everybody, and welcome to the 34th episode of the MyMuddlings podcast. I am your host Julianne, and as you can probably tell, I am not too well this week. Simon was quite sick over the weekend, so his long weekend was pretty destroyed. And then I've since got what he had. So yes, today I am sounding a little less than fresh. I think I'm coming out of it now. I think I've passed the worst of it. I don't have the terrible headaches and fogs and tiredness that I had earlier in the week, so hopefully that will be okay. You'll probably notice that there might be some cuts in the podcast because I could sneeze at any time, I might need to blow my nose at any time, and I can feel a cough coming on right now. So there you go. First things first today, I thought rather than doing a big spiel about the knit-along every week, I thought maybe I would take a leaf out of Kristen from Yarngasm's podcast book and just put up a screen with all of the details on there. So I will figure that out and I will put that in for you. So yes, definitely check out the MyMuddlings podcast group and join up, please, if you would like to. And also, if you do like the podcast and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you're a new viewer and you like the podcast, please give us a like and subscribe as well if you really loved it. So with all of that out of the way, I'm going to try and keep it pretty short today because I don't know how long I'll actually be able to talk for. I have one finished object. I don't have it to show you because it was gifted on the weekend, and I'm sure you will all be very familiar with it, and I was extremely happy to see the back of it, and that was Amelia's early autumn sweater that I had been knitting. So I haven't got any decent pictures of her in it because we did ask her if she wanted to try it on the weekend, and you know, a 3-year-old, she's like, nah. So that didn't happen, but I have told my sister and my parents to take a photo of her or a couple if they ever get her wearing it. So yeah, so hopefully I'll have some decent pictures of Amelia in it incoming. Of course I can't put her face on the internet, so I'll have to chop her off, but hopefully I will have some photos incoming in the not too distant future. So that was knit out of some Bendigo Woolen Mills Luxury 4-ply, and that was hand dyed by me when I first started dyeing. And yeah, so I used a 614 yards, I think, which was 561 metres, and I just used a 17-inch circular in 3mm and 3.5mm, which I think is US 2.5 and 4. So they were the needle sizes that I used. And I finally smashed it out over the weekend because I wanted to see the back of it, because I think I'd already mentioned that I had to re-knit the body. So I ripped the entire body from the underarms, like from the bottom to the underarms out, and I got halfway through the yoke and realised I was doing my raglan decreases all wrong because you know, you have 4 decrease points and you're supposed to decrease 2 stitches on each point per decrease round, so you're decreasing 8 stitches. For some reason I was only decreasing 4. So yeah, I had to completely rip out the yoke. I think, when did I do that? Thursday? Friday maybe? Probably Friday. So I had to completely rip out the yoke and start from where I had attached the sleeves. So pretty much that sweater got knitted twice apart from the sleeves because they were okay first time. So I was, yeah, like I say, really happy to see the back of it. I was so excited when all the ends were woven in and I could put it in for a wash. So I washed that in a bit of my Tuft Woolens Vanilla Almond soap. And yeah, I gifted that to Amelia on Easter. Not as an Easter present, as her birthday present. But yes, I gave it to her, and you know, the typical 3-year-old, she's like, ooh, and she opened, you know, got excited, opened up her present. She says, "What's this?" And I said, "It's a jumper. It's for you to wear." Oh, and then she just kind of puts it down and walks away. So I wasn't expecting really anything more than that, you know. So yeah, so that was okay. But I'll pop in a picture of the finished jumper. I had washed it, as I said, and I wrapped it thinking it was dry, and then when my mum had a look, she goes, "Oh, I think this is still damp." So thankfully it was quite sunny on Sunday, so we were able to just pop it out in the sun, and it dried up beautifully. So that is out of the way, and that's another 614 yards towards my FO post on the knit along for the year, so that's pretty exciting. I have a bug or something flying around me, so hopefully you guys can't see it. And I just did remember it is raining here today. We have a tin roof and there is a downpipe right outside of my lounge room window that I am right in front of, so you might hear some noise from the rain. It's gone for the moment, I think. It's just the downpipe draining out there. So yes, that was my finished object, and I only have one work in progress this week, and that is my Lady Sunnyside cardigan, which is by Tanis Laverley. And I think I mentioned last week that I wanted to do the sleeves first and then use as much of the yarn as possible to knit the body of the cardigan. So that is what I have done. I finished the second sleeve last night, so I have 1 and 2. Oh, it's a bit caught up in the yarn there. Yes, so I've got my 2 sleeves, and I'm now, what's that? Oh, probably 8-ish inches down from the underarm. So I've just started my waist shaping, and I have a couple of buttonholes. So yeah, this has just been trucking along as I've been unwell. I've been probably doing more than I should. I did a bunch of dyeing yesterday, which I will talk about at the end of the podcast. So I've been doing more than I should. I have a real problem actually resting. I don't do well with idleness. Yes, I've been doing too much, but on the times that I have been relaxing, I have been knitting on this, and that's all I've been knitting on. And now that I'm down to basically just doing the body, it's pretty much just going to be backwards and forwards for now. And yes, I've already used, I think, 7 balls of the yarn, so I'm using I'm using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in the Amethyst Heather colourway, and yeah, I've used 7 balls I think now, and there's 110 yards per ball, so it's getting quite heavy. It's going to be nice, a really nice cardigan. I'm really looking forward to having this one to wear. And I think I mentioned that I said that I actually liked the grey version last week from the pattern, and I mentioned possibly getting some Dove Heather of the Wool of the Andes, and I did. Knit Pick sent out an email over the weekend saying that they had yarn grab bags and they had books and tools and things on good discounts. So I ended up getting 1 each of the yarn grab bags. So much for my no buy. I got a book on bead crochet, which is something that I've really been wanting to learn. I got my 15 balls of the Dove Heather Wool of the Andes, and I also got what do you call it? It's like it's basically like a row keeper, but it's a digital one that will count 3 different things at the same time. I think it was a Nancy's Knit Knacks one, and they had that reduced, so I grabbed one of those because for the Lady Sunnyside I have been counting 3 different things, especially doing like the raglan increases and everything, because I have to keep track of which row is my cable row, and when I had to do my increases and everything. So I was actually doing 3 different keeping track of 3 different things on my post-its. I'm still doing it, so I've basically been doing this. So I think that's focused okay there. So I've just been doing my little tallies to make sure that I've been doing things in the right time, in the right place at the right time. So yeah, so I've been enjoying this. I'm really sorry about the mess that's over there today. Hopefully you can't see too much of it, but I've just been not well, and I've just not been bothering to clean anything up. So there you go, that's my work in progress. And pretty much now all I have is a bit of a stash enhancement and some shop update stuff, and I guess love it or leave it. I haven't really been thinking about my love it or leave it this week. Maybe we'll do stash enhancement and just let something bubble up while I'm talking about that. Okay, so the first thing is my precious. I got my Woolen yarns I Am No Bird. Oh yes, yes I did. In her new black labels that she's got. So this is her footsie base, and it's I Am No Bird. And I've been crushing on this colourway for the longest time. I just love it so much. I wish I could figure out how she does these, because they're amazing. And yes, so a couple of weekends ago I was still in bed, and Kristen's shop updates, if they're at 7 PM Eastern US time, is usually around about, depending on daylight savings and whatever, it's usually about 9:30, 10:30 on our Saturday mornings. So it can it's something I can easily access if I really want to. And I've been trying to keep away because I do love Kristen's work and I would buy all of it if I could. So I've been trying to keep away, but I had a look at her blog post and she said that she was going to have some I Am No Bird, and I've been wanting this colourway for the longest time. So I had a one-track mind and I went, I Am No Bird will be mine. So I jumped on, put it in my cart, and I know cartjacking is really rife on her site. Chucked it in my cart, immediately checked out, and I have it. It's looking a little bit worse for wear because I did pull it apart to have a look at the colours. But yes, it's so beautiful. It's like muted purples and a soft sort of bluey grey and speckles, and oh my god, I just love it. If only the availability and the money was there to make a sweater out of it. That would be beautiful. But anyway, I've got my Woolen Vans I Am No Bird, so I can stop looking at Christian's website. Yeah. Moving along from the fangirling. My second package, I actually got both of these today. They both came in the post today, which was really exciting. I mentioned that I got this bag from Unwind Yarn Company, which was Dana of Unwind Yarn Company, because I won the the 12 to 16 sock knit along last year. So that was the bag that I got, and because then I ordered the other pack that had that same bag because I wanted that bag, and she, said, oh, you're gonna laugh. So anyway, she has sent a different bag, which is what I asked her to do, and I love it. That's my bag. It arrived today, and it came with this yarn. So this is her Black Magic Woman yarn, and it's on her round trip sock, which is a high twist single. So which is obviously all my colours, pink and purple. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. But I love the bag, Dana. I don't know if you watch, but if you do, I love the bag so much. I am a nut. I don't know if I've actually spoken about it too much on this podcast. I know I used to talk about it a lot on my audio podcast, but I am an absolute nut for geometric patterns. So I love, all the triangles. I love arrows, chevrons, all that kind of thing. So this bag is just absolutely perfect. So I'm super, super chuffed. It wasn't the fabric that I was thinking I would like, but I'm not disappointed in the slightest. I'm so excited. So yes, I got both of those today. And as for my love it and leave it, I know what my leave it is. That is illness. This cold can just go away, please. And my love it, what would be my love it? Grimm has just come back on Netflix. That can be my love it. Because Simon and I used to have, one of those little VPN-y things so that we could access Netflix from all over the world until Netflix caught on and stopped us all doing that. And we were watching Grimm on the US Netflix, and you know, once the access was kind of denied, rightfully so probably, even though I kind of think that, you know, regional copyright is a bit ridiculous, seeing we're such a global world, it's an internet world, there shouldn't really be any kind of regional copyrights, I don't believe, especially when I'm happy to pay for a service to get the things that I want. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time. But yes, we found that Grimm is actually on the Australian Netflix now, so we were super excited. We smashed out, I think, 3 or 4 episodes of it last night, so clearly we were very happy with that you know, turn of events. So yes, Grimm can be my love it for this week, and yes, this cold can go away and be my leave it. So finally, I will do some shop update news. I did do some dyeing yesterday. If you're not interested in the shop update, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll tune in again next week. Have a great week. But yes, if you are interested in the shop update, I will go through that now. I've been trying to experiment a little bit with speckles, because I like speckles and it's clear that a lot of other people like speckles, but I seem to be a little bit ham-fisted when it comes to actually applying the speckles, because I tend to get more clumps than, like, you know, delicate speckles. But anyway, I will refine my technique, I think. But I have a few skeins here that I will share with you. I have been trying to find more, like, a greater yardage for my peach face fingering fingering yarn, because I only have 393 yards in, I think, which is 305, no, 300 and something, oh, I don't know what it is in meters. 393 yards is what is in my current peach face fingering, which is not brilliant, because I would like to have, like, sort of a minimum of 400 yards. So I've been looking at other options, and I've actually found one that is a massive jump in yardage. Let me just have a double check. So it's 525 yards or 480 meters. So it's a lot more yardage. I think it is potentially a slightly lighter weight than what I have been using. So I've got a couple of skeins here. These two here, I will talk about what these are first. This is, I've decided to call Crazy Beautiful, and this is on the new base. So 525 yards per skein in these, and it's basically just, it was supposed to be like an aqua, well, not an aqua, a sage colour with coloured speckles, but the pink kind of overtook everything, but I really love it. I think there's still a few little areas where you can see the sage coming through, but it's created this really beautiful dusty pink. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how it worked out. I like the addition of the black speckles. They were a last minute addition. So this is Crazy Beautiful, and that's possibly what I will move to for my peach face fingering. So there'll be much higher yardages in the yarn. And sort of looking at the yarns together, I don't think they're desperately different. Like, this is my regular peach face and this is the new one, obviously. I don't know if you guys can see in enough detail there, but I don't see a huge amount of difference between them. I think it is a touch lighter, but yeah, I don't really see much difference, so I think I may actually move over to that just to give you guys a little bit more, you know, value for money, I guess, out of your skeins. So, seeing I have this out, this is another one that I did because I want to focus on blues and greens this quarter. And this one I was kind of inspired a bit by Starry Night by Van Gogh, but it actually ended up, because the yellow speckles do look a bit green, it's actually ended up a bit more like another one of his paintings, which was Stars Over the Rhone, I think is what it's called. I don't know how to say the name. It's actually a river in Europe, so it's got one of those little tippy things over the O, so I'm not entirely sure how to say it. But yes, so I've called this Over the Rhone, and that's the blue, and it's got, it's like a tonal blue. There's two different shades of blue in there, and then there's some dark blue speckles and some yellow speckles which spread a little bit. So it's Over the Rhone. I have a couple of one-of-a-kinds which I have shown on Instagram. Nobody was taking them over on Instagram, so I'm going to offer them in the shop. This one is called Neon Speckle. I've just decided to call it because the green is quite neon. And I won't be repeating this one, so I just sort of gave it a bit of a temporary name. So that's Neon Speckle. This one I've decided to call Woodland Party because it's got those sort of woody colours of there's some brown, there's some green, there's some orange, plus it's got like little pops of purple in it, so I thought that was kind of Woodland Party. That one I might dye again because I don't mind that one, and it should be repeatable. I did write down all of the notes. I actually didn't write notes for any of the stuff that I did yesterday because I don't know why. I think it's because I was sick, that's why. Because I kind of just wanted to get it done. It was a really bad day for me to be doing dyeing, but I really had the dyeing bug, so I just did it. This next one, even though these were dyed exactly the same in exactly the same pot, do you think they match? Absolutely not. No way. But I'm calling this one Lily Pond. And I have listed them as I've done my listings already, and I've done one as the neon and one as the teal. So if you do like this, you can actually specify which skein you would prefer out of the two. So that's Lily Pond, and I have one left. And I decided to call this one Key Lime Pie because I couldn't actually figure out any other colours, other names, because I'm not great at naming things. But it's yellow, a bit like the filling of the pie. It's the green, like a lime, and then orange speckles, a bit like a brown crust. So yes, this one is called Key Lime Pie, and I'll have 2 skeins of that. So that'll be in the shop update tomorrow evening, which is Friday the 21st of April, and it will be at 7 p.m. Australian Standard Time, Central Time. So I hope you can all join me. If you want to keep updated and with a countdown, then head over and follow me on Instagram at Lovebird Lane. And yes, so that's pretty much all I've got to talk about today. I might give my voice a rest, have a bit of a drink. I've been getting quite dry with this cold, even though I just seem to be constantly drinking water. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. I hope my voice wasn't too annoying, and I hope you all guys all have an awesome week, and I will see you next week. Thanks, bye.